You already know who it is. How y'all doing today? You know what I'm doing? I'm making a video for the weekly what's up? Weekly This Just In. That's what it is. Doesn't start with weekly, but This Just In. This Just In. Are you finding your excuses convincingly valid? These may arise as priorities, must-dos, sometimes just saying yes to too many things, or sometimes just needing yourself. Like I can't go to the gym today because I need me right now. Like I need me. But typically what you really need is yourself to get out of your own way and step up. Like take on the discipline or the action that you need to do in order to correct your behavior. You know, we all make decisions based on a goal or us imagining ourselves being in a different state. So maybe our energy levels go down and we start slipping on our diet, and we tell ourselves we need to go to the gym. I need to get in a lifestyle. I need to correct this. And it's true. And for me, recently, I've had to address some of my own valid excuses. I found that myself procrastinating on a couple key roles, I guess, in the business that I should be managing and taking on. But I keep excusing myself that, oh, it doesn't need me right now, and I have these other things that I need to take care of first in the business. And although it may temporarily mask the pain that I was experiencing, it won't do me any good to continue to procrastinate or not make a plan or not reach out to somebody who can help me overcome or like produce the long-term result. And what I'm talking about specifically is the numbers game and the business. Business is all about numbers. Your revenue, your profit, your how many members you have at the gym, how many conversions you're making. There's a bunch of these like key performance indicators, is what I call them, that kind of tells you a story about what you're doing, what the momentum of the business is, okay? And that's relative in every single area of life. You can put key performance indicators on your relationship with your husband or wife. You can put key performance indicators on the happiness of your home or the behavior of your kids. You know, you can put that on anything. So for me, my attention is usually spent working on the business. I love my work. I love what I do. I love the people I work with. But I don't often reference those numbers in order to continue my path and goals of growing the business. So, you know, it's nice for somebody to kind of challenge you every once in a while. And I recently have been challenged, and it's been good for me. But it really helps. It means what I need to do, and what I challenge everybody to do, is ask yourself if you're the only reason that you're not doing the things that you say you want to do and you should be doing. Are you given the same excuse over and over and over? Because if you are giving the same excuse over and over and over, then something's not adding up. And that's obviously the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different result. So if you're not changing a habit, or sorry, I got a trailer with a truck, and I'm in a super sketchy spot as I made that turn. Fucking idiots. Fucking park there. Jeez. Totally illegal. No cones or anything. But, you know, what you need to do is be your own coach, and say if that's the excuse, then what I did is I wrote down all my accomplishments in the amount of time that I've been excusing myself. In that time, I reflected, and I came up with a lot of reasons and a lot of good things that happened out of utilizing my time and developing other areas of my life. Okay, so it's not like I'm not, by calling it an excuse, it doesn't mean that it's not valid. It doesn't mean that those other things that you need to do aren't going to get you a result in your life that you need also. But if you can't learn to balance both of those things, and one thing is being like master to the other, essentially, then eventually it's going to get out of control. You're gonna have to reset everything, or you're gonna lose control completely, and end up somewhere that you really didn't want to be. So I went through, said, for the last 8 months, what have I accomplished? What have I been focusing on? What are the things that I'm excited about, or that have preoccupied my brain, or even lifestyle changes? I got 2 new roommates and 6 new cats in the house, and that's an adaptation that I was not really ready to understand at first. But so in a way, I justified how I've been spending my time, what's been going on, and then I took it to the next level and asked myself, when will I feel ready to take on that task? What does the scenario kind of need to feel like on any given day, or the amount of things that are occupying my brain space or occupying my time when I would be performing those actions? And I came up with several things, 6 things actually. And the cool thing is, 3 things were very obviously had nothing to do with the goal that I'm talking about performing. Being more on top of the numbers and really trying to make a good effort to increase revenue and all that kind of stuff. The growing the business. If I just keep working on projects all the time, that's not growing the business. I'll just tell you straight up, as a business owner, entrepreneur, like you can't just keep doing that. There needs to be a very intentional effort put towards the sales process and all that kind of stuff. So, but anyway, 3 out of the 6 things were very obviously not focused on the growth of the business, and 3 out of the 6 objectives were actually tied in to the growth of the business. So the 3 things that didn't, but they still are occupying my brain space and essentially distracting me from the eventual goal that I need to be taking on, I can put those on a calendar. I can plan to achieve those, but via sub goals, of course. And the 3 things that are already occupying my brain space that are going to contribute to the growth of the business, those become a higher priority. Those maybe become something where I team up with, I have an individual that I reach out to and we navigate that process, or I put on a timeline like, okay, I'm going to do this and this by this date. And in fitness, that may sound like, okay, I already have a membership. I'm going to go to the gym for 30 minutes 3 times a week. I'm going to reach out to a nutritionist and at least start, or I'm gonna open up the closet. I'm gonna throw away those things that have been not healthy for me, So you start like creating all these little sub goals for that thing that you need to be getting done anyway, and eventually you got some momentum going in the right direction. Then now you got to implement it. So, and make sure you combat those excuses or reasons or priorities, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you combat them with, okay, like if I'm saying that I need to be doing that at that time, then what's the fruit I'm getting out of it? Versus making time for this other thing where I know that the fruit in it is going to make me a happier, healthier person, yada, yada, yada. And then learn how to make those both fit, or slowly start building one up as we slowly start breaking down the other one and kind of shifting some things around. That's just where my mind's at. And here's that. Excuses are your worst enemy. The more you procrastinate, the thing that keeps recurring over and over and over in your head, the thing you should be doing, I need to do that, I should do that. Oh, and then like you're getting grief from other areas of your life or other people that it's kind of not done. Like you need to get it done. It's like the sooner you stop excusing it, the more mental space you'll have, the better you'll feel. If it's fitness, you start seeing results, you start losing weight, you're gonna just feel like just so much stress just because you got momentum going in the right direction, and it's like things are working in your favor and not against you. So hey, I know it's easy to walk into a gym where fitness is the standard. That's why you're there, obviously, and it's easy to look at someone like myself, a coach, an owner of a CrossFit gym, high-level athlete, and think that Chris, he's got it pretty figured out. There's a lot of things in the fitness area of my life that are a product of obsession in those results, like needing that outlet and being gifted in that realm. But in some of what I feel, some of the simpler things in life, and home management and relationships, I promise I struggle. I continue to, want to read books and develop my relationship with God and like keep working on myself because I'm not content with the man that I am. I'm very content with my fitness levels and the weights I put up or whatever, that's all fun for me, and I enjoy like progressing in fitness and trying to challenge myself and work on my little weaknesses and mobility and stuff. But in other areas, I find it really hard to focus and get momentum and find success in them. And I know everybody's different. Everybody's we all have our struggles in multiple areas, but just know I get it. I get the process of not feeling overwhelmed by the goal that you're not fulfilling. And you just gotta keep trying. That's it. You gotta you have to feed those thoughts. You have to actually like do something about it, and eventually you'll find systems and the right people, and you'll be in the right places. But you gotta check yourself. You always gotta check your ego, and you gotta remind yourself that the only reason something's not happening is because you're not doing it. And nobody's gonna make something happen for you. Like, as an adult, you are 100% responsible for it. So